Okay, so we are holding in chapter 29 for Thursday, the 9th of Adar, and page 83. If you want, pass this up.
Thank you.
Very interesting chapter. It says overview of chapter 29. In this chapter, the Alter Rebbe guides one in overcoming a blockage of the heart, Timtum Halev, blockage of the heart, page 83, an internal barrier to being moved spiritually. So if somebody can never move, he is not moved spiritually, that means that he's suffering from a blockage of the heart, Timtum Halev.
Heart of stone.
Yeah.
So they
Heart
say
of
that,
stone, yeah?
Yeah, that's what they say. Hashem is going to come and he's going to circumcise our heart.
Yeah, so in today's lesson, it is possible that a person will not be aroused properly to serve God. And the way to deal with this is through humbling and crushing the klippah. In chapter 26, the Alter Rebbe stated that both depression and dullness of heart produce a state of sluggishness, which prevents a person from overcoming the evil inclination of the animal soul. So it causes them to be sluggish. There is no energy, there is no motivation to fight the evil inclination. We learned that in order to win, you have to, even if you're stronger, even if your godly soul is stronger than the animalistic soul, you still have to be energized in order to win the fight. So we learned that someone that is strong that fights with someone that is weak, but the guy that is weaker is more energized, he would win. He is more motivated, he would win the guy that is stronger, because the stronger guy is not motivated. He therefore outlined in chapter 26 to 28 and chapter 28 methods of overcoming depression arising from various causes. In this chapter, the Alter Rebbe will discuss means of dealing with dullness of heart, Timtum Halev, after describing this state more clearly. Those whose souls are of the level of Beinonim, which is most people, they have the capability of becoming a Beinoni, must seek means of contending with yet another difficulty. What is the other difficulty? Sometimes, occasionally, and even frequently, they experience a dullness of the heart, as though it had turned to stone. And how is it expressed? How do I know I have dullness of heart? How do you know that someone is suffering from it? They cannot open their heart in prayer. They pray, but it's very mechanical.
It's lip service.
Which is by definition the service of the heart. Tefillah, in essence, is service of the heart. Chassidus explained that prayer is the service of the heart in a twofold sense. A, it takes place in the heart, for in prayer one strives to extend his intellectual apprehension of godliness into the realm of emotions experienced in the heart, the love and fear of God. Yes, to feel Avat Hashem, love of God, fear of God. Number two, the object of prayer is the heart. For in prayer, one tries to transform the nature of his heart, to steer it away from the mundane desires to which it naturally inclines, and to direct it instead towards a yearning for the spiritual and the godly. To accomplish both these objectives of prayer, the heart must, of course, be open and receptive, and thus Timtum Halev is a major hindrance. V'gam lifamim, and sometimes also the lo yochal ilochem ha'yetzer is unable to fight the evil inclination, lekadosh hatzmo b'mutar lo mipnei kvedus shebulibah. So it says also the heaviness in his heart prevents him at times from waging war against the evil impulse, in sanctifying himself in permitted matters. Permitted matters, things that he's allowed to do. It's permissible to do, but he doesn't have to indulge himself in these things. But it's hard for him to overcome these things. And in this case, the advice given in the Holy Zohar, the Amarim, because Rav said, as the president of the Academy of Gan Eden, Rav is the president there, and he said a wooden beam which does not catch fire should be splintered. In Aramaic, a wooden beam which does not catch fire should be splintered. And similarly, body into which the light of the soul does not penetrate should be crushed. And thereby the body becomes receptive to the soul's light, as the Zohar concludes. Perush ne'ero denishmoso, the reference to the light of the soul, which in this case it does not penetrate the body, means that the light of the soul and of the intellect does not illuminate to such an extent to prevail over the coarseness of the body. There's not enough radiation, there's not enough revelation to overcome, to prevail the coarseness of the body. Coarseness. Yeah. The chumrius. So and although he understands and meditates in his mind on the greatness of God, although he understands and meditates in his mind on the greatness of God, yet that which he understands is not apprehended and implemented in his mind to the point where it enables him to prevail over the coarseness of the heart, because of the degree of the mind and heart's coarseness and crassness. So what is the advice that Admor Zaken is offering us? It says you have to crush the spirit of the other side of the Sitra Achra. How do you crush it? You have to humble it. Soon he's going to tell us.
Humble yourself or humble the spirit?
You humble yourself, but the part, which part in yourself you're working on, you work on the aggressive part of the evil inclination, the impulsiveness, the instinctiveness, what differentiates us from animals.
Yeah. The animal part of you which is dominating, that's the one that you have to crush.
Right. But you crush that spirit that enables it.
It's easy to say, but the question, just to say I'm going to crush
that's
my
the challenge. That's the challenge.
It's not so easy.
Right. Definitely not easy.
It describes what the symptoms is, but the treatment.
Right. No, the
treatment.
I'm
just going to crush this.
No. The other thing. No.
How to do
It's in tomorrow's Tanya. He continues to discuss it.
Yeah. Question for you, Rabbi. There's a book called Chovot HaLevavot.
Chovat HaLevavot. Yeah, we have it here.
Okay. Does that talks about that, or how to?
Yes, it speaks about that. It speaks about many other topics, but it speaks also about that.
Talks about the subject.
But at the continuation of chapter 29, it will discuss. Yeah,
here,
a few times. Yeah.